Lights up. A chorus of 3 women on stage. 1 redhead, 1 brunette, and 1 blonde.
If you're having God problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but a God ain't one.
I got 99 problems, but a God ain't one.
I used to have 100 problems, and a God was one.
I used to have a God problem, then I got shit done.
Let's go back in time to see how freedom got won.
Hit me.
They go back in time. Spirit fingers. Wind chimes.
Many wonders fill this world, and none more wonderful than Zeus.
God who crosses the blue sky, riding the winds like a trolley,
Announcing his path with thunder and lightning, or sneaking silently like a chill.
And we are the women with our paths crossed by Zeus.
the nymphs, the maidens, the mothers, the daughters, sometimes the willing victims, sometimes the unworried victors.
We are the women with our paths crossed by Zeus.
The ones he lays with, lays on, lays in.
And the earth, eldest and most endless thing, unwearied it turns.
The god crosses the blue sky, riding the winds like a trolley, announcing his path with thunder and lightning, or sneaking silently like a chill, while the earth, eldest and most endless thing, unwearied it turns.
As Zeus doth watch,
And sometimes will he dip down from the skies
And turn the soils of this earth, dallying a lazy finger in the dirt.
and gift us with a mighty offspring to join the race of heroes.
And so the world, the god, and we do go to and fro from year to year.
Suddenly, the women are washing clothes in a river.
So I said to Adelpha, I told her, just because Perseus is going to the feast after the chariot races with Harmonia doesn't mean that you can't go to the feast by yourself or with friends. You know, you can't let your broken heart run your life. You have to live. Ex-boyfriend be damned. I told her, just go to the feast for the chariot races. Just go anyways. I mean, you missed so much stuff for him while you were together. Don't let him make you miss this too. I mean, not that you'd be missing much.
This is seriously the worst year ever for chariot racing.
Enter Zeus, unseen by the women.
Wait, seriously, right?
Half the time with the chariot races, it's like I'm trying to get excited about who's gonna win, but like some of these guys, you watch them down the track and they're freaking out with the reins and throwing their legs every which way, and you're thinking, my God, have you ever seen a horse before? It's a mess out there. Yeah, tell me about it. It's ridiculous. I mean, or so I'm told. I mean, that's what I've heard. Obviously, we can't really watch the races. Obviously, we're not allowed.
We're women. I would never sneak into somewhere where women weren't allowed. It's just not worth it.
Seriously.
Come with me now.
Zeus and Redhead share a single scream of profound ecstasy.
What the?
Already run away!
Brunette and blonde exit.
Never doubt I love you, but I can't stay long.
Why me?
I like the curl of your hair out of your quiet smile. When I was little, my father tried to kill me. He knew I'd topple him someday and wanted me to, well, he wanted to swallow me whole. But Mother tricked him and made him eat a rock instead. Tell your friends.
Ice cream.
Enter blonde and brunette.
Many wonders fill this world, and none more wonderful than babies.
From the light-hearted race of giggling birds to the blood-stained jungle tribes of savage-clawed beasts.
And even to the slimy sea brood gurgling in the ocean deep.
Zeus dips a cupped hand down from the sky, snares the mother in the hungry mesh net of his lusty toils.
From the giggling, chirping birds of the air, to the savage, clawed beasts of the jungle, to the slimy squids and all that stuff in the drippy old ocean, Zeus watches over all creatures. And when he sees something he likes, he dips a cupped hand down from the skies and scoops the maid he fancies up in his lusty palm, and traps her there, and has his way with her.
And keeps captive her womb.
And keeps captive any womb he desires.
Zeus, so excellent in fertility.
He tames the nymphs of the meadows, he puts the yoke upon their neck. He tames the tireless woodland sprite and knocks her up. He tames the queen, the servant, and the serf. He puts the yokes upon their necks. He tames the regal and the rugged alike and knocks them up.
And Zeus has babies constantly.
Squirming, muscular babies.
Their genes soaked with power from just a few
drops of his godly rain.
And so the world, the god, and we do go to and fro from year to year.
Suddenly, the women are swimming in the lake.
La-di-da-di-da,
La-di-da-di-da, la-di-da-di-da.
swimming in the brook, we're lazy in the brook.
La-di-da-di-da, we're naked in the brook.
Enter Zeus, unseen by the women.
La-di-da-di-da, got flowers in my hair.
Living in the brook, there lives up in this brook.
Come with me now.
The women scream in terror.
Go away!
You go away. I don't want you or you. I want her with the flowers.
Run!
Exit brunette and redhead.
Please don't.
Zeus and blonde share a single scream.
Ah!
Hers of horror, his of profound ecstasy.
Ah!
Never doubt I love you. You are lucky to have my child swelling in your petulant belly.
Please go.
From the day of my birth, it was foretold I would someday rule over all dominion. If you didn't want this to happen, you wouldn't be so attractive to me.
Exit Zeus.
I didn't. Where can I go now?
Enter brunette and redhead.
Many wonders has the world, but none more wonderful than safety.
Many wonders has this world, but none more wonderful than songs.
Many wonders fill this world, and none more wonderful than songs of safety.
Walking home alone at night, you sing a song under your breath and it becomes your companion. It makes you feel safe.
Sitting in an empty house alone, you sing a quiet song to yourself, and it becomes your companion. It makes you feel safe.
Safety, the dream of every mortal, but the province solely of the god, who the immortal fates have taught to stay above the reach of harm.
His thoughts brisk and busy like rustling leaves which whisper no guilt.
He knows all moods that show and shade our world, light and dark, so no emotion stalls him with surprise.
These things have Zeus taught himself and mastered fully.
How to flee the arrows of hatred's hard frost when they spike icy from a maiden's clear gaze.
How to flee the arrows of joy's soft comforts when they float rosy from a maiden's loving embrace.
These things have the fates taught the king of the gods, and that learning makes him safe.
Yea, he must face weapons, for he hath shield to suit all arrows.
Unamazed in all circumstances, the king of gods cannot be wounded by any arrows or weapons or bites or stings, for the mortal fates have taught him to step quick, step light, and shield himself as needed. He's untouchable, as benefits of all gods, who should always have the upper hand.
His only wild card, the fickleness of those same fates that ages ago gave him kinship.
Fate is always moving, always changing his mind.
The ancient sister fates, the women sisters named Moray, ugly aged daughters of the ancient goddess night, the fates who spin the yards of time and knit our futures from them. They may always change the pattern, cut the thread.
And what the fates give, they can take just as easy, if you give them reason. Or even if you don't.
But until those fates unseat him,
If they ever do, which they might not.
Zeus devises escape from all baffling traps.
And dips his lazy finger into any earthly soils that please him.
Enter Zeus.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy, grab my glasses, I'm out the door, I'm going to hit this city, this town, this meadow full of nymphs, whatever. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Macallan's 64. That's the world's most expensive scotch. $460,000 a bottle, I mean, shit, yeah! That's what the ruler of the universe brushes his teeth with. If you ever wondered what I do on the daily, now you don't have to worry, now you know. Now when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back.
He's talking pedicure on his toes.
I'm talking pedicure on my toes, because I know a real man is God afraid of his feminine side. And don't be fooled, I am a real man. I'm shit, testosterone sky high, like a god. I sneeze at a girl, she is pregnant. Let's get real. I had my eye on this girl, such a honey, so fine. I had my eye on this girl and she knew it, but you know, her dad knew it too, right? So he decided, well, he wanted to keep me from doing my godly business. So anyway, her daddy went and locked this honey up in her house, like a prison cell. Wouldn't let her out, not by herself, not with a chaperone. Wouldn't let her out the door, no matter what. Wouldn't even open the door, no matter who came knocking. He figures, if I get in there. I love this, right? I clenched. Oh, breathed deep inwards, breathed in the brightness of the dawn and the skies, shut my eyes so tight I could hear my godly blood throbbing in my temples, and I flexed and I transformed myself into an actual beam of actual light. And I became a beam of light. And I crashed in that thatched roof of that little house. That was all it took. I shoved through the roof, seeming to be simple sunlight, and the girl saw the sunlight streaming in, and she found it beautiful, and she walked into it and stood in the beam of light. She had no idea what was going on. And she stood in that beam of light, she smiled in the glow, and well, you know, BAM! 5 months later, a kid falls out of her. Zeus wins again.
He's talking pedicure on his toes, the toes of Almighty God.
I'm talking pedicure on my toes, because I know a real man is not afraid of his feminine side. And you know, I can take any shape, right? So do you know what I look like? What I choose to look like almost all the time? I'll tell you, Helen Mirren. Thanks for Helen fucking Mirren. That's what I look like when I appear to those on earth. If you could choose anything to look like, wouldn't you look like Helen Mirren? I mean, damn, she's in her 60s and she's still got tits firm and luscious as tubes, sucking on nectarines.
And pedicure on his godly toes,
The sacred toes of the Almighty God.
who protects and impregnates us in his ultimate mercy. Picture up in the sky to see God as a gigantic Helen Mirren throwing her head back and left. Parted in mirth as her long white beard cascades sensually down the front of her torso.
Her torso which hovers in and out of existence, the edges of her body waving seamlessly into the clouds.
I'm talking pedicure on my toes, trying on all my clothes. Girls pulling up my phone, playing my favorite CDs, pulling up to the parties, trying to get a little bit, you know. Sometimes I think, why do I bother? These girls, after a while, they all look the same. They all feel the same in the dark. It holds no truth. It holds no meaning for me. The act of love, there's a mystery for me there. I am God, I am love.
Don't stop, make it pop, DJ blow my speakers up.
That's why I bother. I have to remind myself I do it for the babies. To have babies. This frail, weak world needs babies from the gods, babies from me, king of the gods. They need babies whose blood runs strong, feel in their veins and their world with my power, my strength.
Tick-tock on the clock, but the party don't stop, no.
The party don't start till I walk in.
Three women share a single unified scream of ecstasy.
I got bit by my dog, and now I'm pregnant.
I got stung by a bee and now I'm pregnant. I got raped by a swan and now I'm pregnant.
Zeus and the women share a single unified scream of ecstasy.
I swam in the ocean and now I'm pregnant.
I thought it was a dream, but now I'm pregnant.
I slept with Helen Mirren. Now I'm pregnant.
Screams in ecstasy.
My husband went to war. I stayed absolutely faithful, but I got pregnant somehow. I must have counted the months wrong.
Jeff promised he'd pull out, and I thought he did. I really thought, but he got me pregnant. Skylar got me drunk, and I woke up pregnant.
Your prom date, the random German guy you fuck in the hostel when you're traveling abroad, your biggest mistake, your greatest love. I come in all shapes and sizes, and I come in all ways.
It was just a one-time thing.
We used a condom, but I guess, you know, there's always a risk. 99% effective is not 100%.
I'm the 1%?
I'm usually so careful. You know, I never do that kind of thing, the anonymous sex thing. There was just something about him.
He said he would call me. I really like him.
Shit. I bet now that well, if I tell him the pregnancy test was positive, he's gonna want to get married now. I don't want to get married right now. I mean, you know, not like this.
The mothers, not all of them are happy with the things that go, but you know, that's That's just how life is. Sometimes when you're working for the greater good, for the good of the babies, all the babies have their blood made thick and strong by a splash with my power. Now, if you excuse me, I gotta go sneak up on some chicks while disguised as a frisky
Zeus.
Many wonders has the world, and none more powerful. Many wonders has the world, and none more wonderful than power.
Many wonders has the world, but none more wonderful than songs. Many wonders fill the world, but none more wonderful than songs of power.
Walking to a job interview alone, you sing a song under your breath to yourself, and it gets you pumped.
Getting ready for a date alone, you sing a song to yourself in the shower, and it gets you pumped. It makes you feel lively and lighthearted and powerful. Power, the thing you cannot touch with your finger, but which touches you on all sides at all times, pushing you to and fro and to and whoosh.
Brunette is blown off stage by a gust of wind.
Power sweeps through our lives with the gale force of winds, throwing us about with no apology or remorse.
Many positions comfort me, but none is more comfortable than power.
Redhead and blonde are blown off stage by a gust of wind, while brunette is blown back on stage. She now appears as a teenager, sitting alone next to a wishing well, which is blown onto the stage with her. Zeus makes himself visible to her.
Oh, look at this sweet young girl, so pretty, sitting by a wishing well, like a pretty princess in a fairy tale. How old are you? 15?
16.
Waiting for some handsome prince to come sweep you up.
You're not from around here. I know everyone around here. Are you from Millbrook up the road?
What do you wish for, little girl?
Zeus and brunette share a single scream of profound ecstasy.
Ah! I'm good.
Will I see you again?
Oh, maybe.
Brunette is blown off stage by a gust of wind.
She won't. How sweet life is when you rule all things and you take your fill of anything you see. Many positions comfort me, but none is more comfortable than power. Wait, what the?
Zeus is blown around the stage by a powerful gust of wind. Desperately, he clutches onto the well to try to hold his ground, but the well comes loose in his grasp, and both he and it are blown off stage. The redhead, blonde, and brunette enter calmly, now dressed as aged crones. They are the Fates. Redhead holds a ball of yarn, brunette a set of knitting needles, and blonde a pair of scissors.
I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
What you want, what you really, really want.
I really, really, really want to zig-a-zig.
Zeus is blown on stage, still clutching the well.
Fates! It was you who brought this storm of winds upon me. You the Morai, 3 sisters, daughters of the ancient god of night, you 3 fates, who make and unmake all fortunes, have I displeased you? Be merciful. Why have you summoned me?
This is just a warning. This is just a social visit.
Shape up or ship out, chill out or get snipped.
You know your love. We know you love your little dalliances with the mortals. And with the other gods, and with the fish, and the deer, and everything else that you knock up. But you can't keep throwing your power around willy-nilly.
A little tickle, a couple babies here and there, no big deal. But on this kind of massive scale.
It's too much. It's going to change things. Your strength is too much to throw lightly around this world. Every touch of your fingertip overpowers these puny creatures. Too many of your conquests destroy themselves. They just can't handle their emotions in the aftermath of your staggeringly abrupt visitations. Your strength is too much to throw lightly around this world. Too many of your conquests verge on indestructible. Even one drop of your blood in their veins gives these creatures a taste for power. And they'll get greedy and want to run their own world, and we can't have that, obviously. Unless you're interested in giving up your throne.
Wait, which is it? Are they're too weak or they are too strong?
Zig-a-zig-a.
I don't understand. You would have me to stop making babies or stop being king?
We would have you keep yourself in balance.
Or not, if you can handle the consequences.
What?
Just remember, King of all gods, that even as we spin and knit the thread that makes the pattern of your lifetime and your place in the world, we always have the scissors. And we can always change our minds.
Depending on how you play it, of course.
You give me so much power, but you don't seem to trust me. Why? Am I not doing things right?
Who said anything about trust?
Who said anything would be right?
This is just a warning.
This is just a
social visit.
Shape up or ship out. Chill out or get snipped.
The fates exit.
The fates are very unnerving. They have given me my position, but I do not understand half of what they say about how to use it. Many positions comfort me, but none is less comfortable than wielding power. Power, the thing you cannot touch with your finger, but which touches you on all sides at all times. It sweeps across the path of man and God alike with the gale force of winds, throwing us about with no apology or remorse, and if you wield it, everything is your fault.
As Zeus looks down the well, Brunette is once more blown onto the stage as the young teenager. Now, with a visibly pregnant stomach, she does not see Zeus.
Oh, my sweet brunette, sweet 16, from that swelling belly, I said, I did the job right with you, I see. But I best remain quiet and unseen. Hell hath no fury, like a knocked-up pregger whom you have left in the lurch.
When I was a kid, my mother used to tell me fairy stories about this place, like it was magic. Like, she always said the water in this well came from a spring that used to be the favorite brook of all the nymphs and centaurs who bathed in the water and frolicked in the water and made it magic forever. I'm not a kid anymore, but I still like to come here. I came here alone and sad. I threw a wish in the well, dropped a heavy copper penny in the water, and watched it sink. Don't ask me. I'll never tell, or it won't come true. But you appeared as it fell. I looked to you as it fell. Deep in the water, the coin dropped, and I looked to the sky, and I saw you for the first time. And now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, throw endless pennies and dimes for a kiss of your soft lips on mine. I wasn't looking for this much heaviness in my heart, but now you're in my way. I can't get past you. I can't move on from you. How could I take another lover and be with some nothing guy, having already been yours? I threw a wish in the well, and though I could not put words to it exactly, I didn't even know how to ask. Was I wishing for you? Don't ask me. I'll never tell, but I looked to you as the wish fell in the water, and now you're in my way. As you fell to earth, your stare was holding, your gaze looked into my eyes, your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing, hot night, wind was blowing. Where do you think you're going, baby? When are you coming back? We can go out. Just, we've got to talk about it. You got to call me at least so I can tell you about the situation.
I don't have to do anything.
Maybe you meant to call it, but you got kidnapped or hit by a car. Maybe you forgot about me. Maybe. I wish I knew how to get at you. Maybe you're dreaming on me right now, but you lost my number, and I just wish I knew how to get at you. We met here by the wishing well, so I will write my name right here in the dirt, where you can see it, and my phone number with it, so you can find me. In case you want to find me, but just forgot.
She begins to write in the dirt on the ground with her finger.
Listen, little girl, just because I came on you while you sat in fondest hopes and daydreams besides a wishing well, doesn't mean I owe you anything.
Hey, I barely met you, and things got crazy. Here's my number, so call me, maybe. I felt you'd look right through me, baby, but I'm for you, so call me, maybe.
Oh, child, you have nothing for me now.
I know you're not coming back, but I'm going back to the emptiness, the nothingness that I had before you came and made me, just for one night, someone worthwhile. Yes, I thought, this is my purpose, this is what I was built for. But now, this life you left me to, sent me back to, there's no purpose to this life. One night of knowing, and then it's back to. And the way everyone looks at me at school now, because of the baby, and me not being able to answer what they think so many things about me, and I can't. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad, and you should know that. It's too much. It's just too much. I missed you so bad. I missed you so bad.
A strong gust of wind blows her down into the well.
And with a single breath, I blew away her scratchings, and the dirt blew a wave of water to cover her soft in the well and drown her there. And fill her lungs and stop her breath. I did it as gently as I could.
Red-headed and blonde enter.
Many wonders walk the world, and none more wonderful than songs.
My favorite song, the song of the day, the song of the summer. I hate this song. I know that song. I know that song.
No matter where you heard it, who you learned it from, when a song comes into your head, it becomes yours.
And you don't have to ask permission.
And you don't have to ask forgiveness.
Brunette enters, no longer the pregnant teenager.
You don't need to know where a song comes from, where it's been, or who made it the way it is. You hear it, and you remember it, and then you hear it again, and you say, I know that song. And you do. And that little bit of the world is yours forever. To make and remake, half remembered, half invented, close to the original, but not quite the same.
Every person does this.
Every person does this.
When I was like 16, my favorite song was by Nirvana. But right now, I'm really into Etta James.
I don't remember the words, but I can always remember the little bits of the tune.
Many wonders walk the world, and none more wonderful than man. He hears a song, forgets the tune, but does the best he can.
People, you know, just humming along, stumbling along, fiddling with their radios, trying to find the music, and they're making faces the whole time. Each person is so funny, he's always making faces, always moving their little bodies around, whether they're clothed or nude, or sometimes my favorite, just a little nude, you know, like a dress, just a little ripped and torn off so you can get at all the good stuff, you know. One shoulder strap hanging down, a little bit of bosom peeking out, all Russ Meyer and shit. The dress is just a little bit torn so you can see the good stuff even if she's running away.
Many wonders walk the earth, but none more wonderful than man. He lives and breathes, he loves and dies, he does the best he can.
Many wonders walk the world, and none more wonderful than man. He hears a song, forgets the tune, but does the best he can.
You're all just bodies to me, mewling and puking, so inelegant. But, you know, when I get close enough, you're just all trying so hard. It's adorable. I mean, I do love you all, even in my way, but all of you people scrambling around down there on earth in the dark.
Many wonders walk the earth, but none more wonderful than the singing and the song-hearing and song-butchering man.
He hears a song, forgets the tune, but does the best he can.
He lives and breathes, he fails and tries, he does the best he can.
You made it through the wilderness. Somehow you made it through. You didn't know how lost you were until I found you. You were beat, you were incomplete. At the time of creation, you were the last in line for all the worldly gifts. The birds were given natural flight and powerful wings. The tiger was given strength and speed and teeth that could rend the flesh of anything alive or dead. The redwood trees in the mountains were given tremendous size and solidity of form. The fish were given slippery silveriness that lets them pass fleet through the ocean without weight or dragging. The dirt was given endless richness to give nourishment to seeds. The seeds which receive the precious gift of a freely blind and unthinking existence, which lets them eat, drink, grow, and pollinate without any worries or cares. To the birds and beasts, the plant, the dirt, to all things on earth that had been made, we gave gifts. And those gifts made each creation finished. And the gifts made the creation's lives worthwhile, gave meaning to each being. They were meant to fly or to swim or to grow tall in forests or low in fields. Their purpose was simply to use their gifts to the utmost extent. So, the creations were given their gifts all one by one until no gifts were left. But you were left. You humans were simply still there, waiting. There weren't enough gifts to go around, and you were still standing last in line. You were still left waiting, and you were left wanting, and you were left exactly as you stood, ungifted, vague, blobby with your tender organs and your constant torments of the flawed flesh, with your tender feelings and your constant torments of spirit and mind, which both crave a metaphysical knowledge so tremendous that it is fundamentally unable to be held in those tiny, limited globs you nickname souls. You are uncompleted. All vagueness and blobbiness, tenderness and flaws, the only creature left with no true gift. You got nothing.
Many wonders walk the earth, but none more wonderful than man. He nurses and cries, he mumbles and dies. He wonders about the plan.
You got no gift, you were left incomplete. You had been had. You are sad and blue, and we let you feel. Yeah, we let you feel. And you feel it. Your unfinishedness. You are beat incomplete, but you make us feel. Yeah, you make us feel our beautiful failures, tender and lobby. When you were born, we let you feel shiny and new, and we feel that newness with you. And we see it in you, and it is a real newness, an honest newness, because every baby born has yet to make its world. For the very first time, you all do that, you know, you make your own understanding of the world. You put it together for yourself out of the bits and pieces of everything that you glimpse. And every one of you puts things together a bit differently, as though it will matter to do that. Kind of adorable. You get to remake the world every time you blink, always looking at it with a new set of stupid, damn little eyes. I'm so jealous that you can. I mean, you know, you don't even understand that it doesn't have to be like this. That's how limited you are. You don't even know how wonderful it is to be always learning, which you can do because you're always dumb.
Many wonders walk the earth, but none more wonderful than man. He nurses and cries, he loves and dies, he wonders about the plan.
Every baby has its days of seeing the whole world as shiny, virgin, and new. We gods, we can't see the world that way. The world is old, and we are old. The world is beat, the world is complete for us. We are sad and blue. But you make us feel. Yeah, you make me feel how much it is new for you as a human. Alive for the very first time. As a human, alive for one and only time. You are human. Let me feel your heartbeat for the very first time.
Many wonders walk the earth, but none more wonderful than man. He lives and breathes, he loves and dies, he does the best he can.
You're all virgins heading towards something shiny and new. Your lives have the newness of death. The unknown always before you. For you, your whole life, something new is coming. All deaths are virgin deaths. Every time you die, it is for the very first time. I don't have that. I'm not human. I live forever. Let me hear your heartbeat for the very last time.
He lives and breathes, he whistles and dies, he does the best he can.
You're human, oh yeah. You are human, feel so good inside. When you hold me, and your heart beats, and you love me.
Many wonders walk the earth, but none more wonderful than man. He lives, he breathes, he loves and dies, he does the best he can.
Let me hear your heartbeat for the very first time.
Man nurses and cries, he sings along and he dies, he wonders about the plan.
I like the way you suck at karaoke. Come on now.
Zeus and the redhead share a single unified scream of ecstasy.
I like the way you choose your broccoli in the grocery store. Come with me now.
Zeus and blonde share a single unified scream of ecstasy.
I like the way you work at No Diggity. Come with me now.
Zeus and brunette share a single unified scream of ecstasy.
Oh, I needed that.
The redhead, brunette, and blonde exit.
Maybe it is too much for them. Maybe the power of my blood and majesty is more than these women can handle. I was only trying to help.
The redhead is blown onto the stage. Possibly she wears a bandana a la Rose of the Riveter. Definitely she carries a hammer. She does not see Zeus. She does see the wishing well, which she promptly smashes with a hammer and begins to dismantle brick by brick.
It's a shame, kind of, to knock down this pretty old wishing well. I don't like to do it, but you can't build a new bottling plant without smashing a few things, I guess. This pure mountain spring is why we're building here after all. That's what the bosses say, and what they say I do.
Zeus makes himself visible to her.
Hey, Ginger.
Do I know you? My name isn't Ginger.
Oh, why not? Ginger's a cute name, and you're cute. Is it all right if I call you Ginger?
Are you from the zoning board? I got the permit with me. It's in the back of my truck. I can go get it if you need to see it, but you don't look like a bureaucrat, though, do you? Are you working on the team with Rufus? He said he might send some guys over to help me. Well, if you want to start stacking these bricks, that'd be great. Make it easier to load them up into the truck later.
Do you know that this is a special well? It's a wishing well where the waters are touched with ancient magic.
You're a funny guy. Rufus likes to hire funny guys. I guess I like it too. It makes the work quicker anyway, when there's something to talk about.
I like the flick of your eyelids, the curve of your neck. Come with me now.
Excuse me, what?
Well, what do you mean, what? I said, come with me now.
I think you should leave. You need to leave now.
But I said, whenever I say come with me now, you'll always
Listen. not funny, and you are skeezing me out, and you need to go. My mother was a nymph, and she taught me right, and she taught me to be tough. So don't you try anything with me. My mother taught me that I have the strength because I have the blood of Zeus, the king of gods, in my veins. The king of gods is my father, and his power runs inside me, and if you don't get lost right now, I will fuck your shit up.
Come with me now!
Zeus is blown around the stage by a strong wind. Blonde appears as the aged crone, the fate with scissors.
We warned you once that you should have been enough, but you kept at it, and you made them all tough. Zigga, 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 snip, snip, ah.
She snips the scissors, opens and closes them, snip, snip. The power of the gesture blows Zeus right into the audience.
What should I have done? What didn't I do? What was I supposed to do?
The blonde laughs and exits, leaving Zeus stunned in the crowd and the redhead alone on stage.
Well, that was weird. Wherever that guy went, I'm glad he's gone. I gotta talk to Rufus about who he hires. It's so quiet now. I feel so safe with you, my favorite hammer, heavy in my hand. I know you've got my back when things get tough. I think I'm alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Fuck! Did you feel a breeze? Is there a breeze out here? I don't hear anyone talking. Fuck! It's so quiet out here. The beating of my heart is the only sound.
You people, you fucking people, you are alone. No gods to strengthen you, to help you.
There doesn't seem to be anyone around.
From my greatest place on earth, I watch you all. You are alone. And so am I.
I think I'm alone now. The beating of my heart is the only sound. I think I'm alone now. I think I'm free.
Free to do what?
The blonde and brunette enter.
Many wonders fill this world, and none more wonderful than freedom.
Nothing more wonderful than the moments we live when we feel free, our lives and our world briefly our own, our paths uncrossed and our paths unthwarted, our bodies unmolested and our futures before us, our lives and our dreams unmangled for once, rather than flicked to and fro, bent and bruised and repurposed and stolen from us by the unseen hands of the careless forces that throw us willy-nilly into the air, and then, when they have washed us off, reach down and grind us into the dirt.
What does it take to feel free from that?
What does it take to be free, to have nobody in charge of us but us? Some of us like that feeling, some of us don't.
You guys, I am having the best day. I don't know, it's like some huge weight has just been lifted off my shoulders.
I'm feeling so out of it today. Something's just weird.
Mercury is in retrograde, or whatever Libra rising astrology, blah, blah, blah.
Do you?
Well, I don't know. I have a horoscope app. I don't take it seriously, but it's just kind of fun.
Things are just funky today, you know? And it's not just me either. The birds are all freaked out. On my way to work, I saw like 20 seagulls just freaking out.
Maybe. I mean, my dog was all freaked out this morning, barking at
Professor Walter Pugsley III? He's like the world's mellowest dog.
Yeah. Yeah, he is. Yeah, you're right. Something's definitely weird. Thank you. Maybe there's an earthquake coming.
I'm having the best day. I don't know, it's like some huge weight is just lifted off my shoulders, and now we're running just as fast as we can. We're holding on to one another's hands, trying to get away into the night, and then you put your arms around me and we tumble to the ground, and then I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. The beating of our hearts is the only sound. We're free.
They go forward in time. Spirit fingers. Wind chimes.
So now we all went back in time. We showed you how it's done.
Today there's 99 problems, but a God ain't one.
Many wonders walk the world.
Many wonders walk the world, the God beside the man.
Many problems walk the world.
Still got 99 problems, only rid of one.
Many problems walk the world, we do the best we can.
There are numberless wonders, terrible wonders.
Numberless wonders, terrible wonders walk the world, but none the match for man. That one great wonder who builds big ships to cross the heavy gray sea, winter winds blowing ice in his face. The breakers crashing left and right, he holds his steady course and sails onwards, always on to new lands, which even if not fully new, will be in their fashion new to him always, as every moment he discovers them anew and remakes them again to suit his latest vision of the world.
And the oldest of the gods he wears away. The earth, the immortal, the unforgiving earth, he wears away, bit by bit as his plows go back and forth, year in, year out, stallions and jeeps alike under his command, churning up the dirt into any shape that pleases him. Buildings, nail salons, the postal service. What else will he do? What else will he make, unmake, and remake?
Man the master, continuous, past all measure, past all known dreams are the skills yet to be found within his grasp. Already man takes the world sound in hand and shapes them into songs, simply to please his hearer, or to stir that tiny stupid fragment he calls a soul.
What more will he do? What more will he make, unmake, and remake, and rethink?
Doomed and blessed, we all forge on, now to destruction, now again to greatness.
Sometimes to destruction, sometimes to greatness.
We destroy, we create. People enact terrible horrors. People build spectacular wonders.
Many wonders walk the world, and none more wondrous than man.
Who lives and sings, who hears and dies, who wonders at the plan.
We think, we sing, we build, we try, we do the best we can.
Blackout. End of play.